Okay, before we talk about these three levels of matter, we have to talk about Qi. What is Qi? There are many, many definitions. Life force, vitality, energy. I'm quite glad that of late nobody is talking about breathing exercise now. Yeah. Okay, what is Qi? To us, finest building blocks of a substance, a form of matter exhibiting in the form of information, where the physical mass and energy are hidden within. This is a little bit bombastic and technical, yeah. But as we go along, you will understand that why and how we define it this way. And what is Qigong? Again, many definitions. In Zhineng Qigong, my teacher defined it this way, which I think is very, very reasonable. It is an inward focusing activity on life activities. That means you focus onto your life activities, including mental activity and physical activities. What is the mental activities? Like, let's say, the Jain Buddhism, there is one very, very common saying. Okay, you go and see the master will give you one question, and then you go back and get the answer. Where were you before the birth of your father? Go and think about it. When you get the answer, okay, enlightenment. All right? So that one, you have to keep digging, going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into your mind. All right? Now, the other one is physical activities. You play football, the focus is on the ball. You play volleyball, everything, or you whatever normal exercises that you do, your attention is outside. In Qigong, it is different. You reach out for something, your focus is outside. In Qigong, when you move, your focus is onto your movement, right? Your mind stays with the body. That is what we call inward focusing. Now, we can't talk too much on this, otherwise we'll finish at 9 o'clock. How Qigong works. How Qigong works. The way we look at it, there are two aspects. Now, when we talk about Qigong here, we don't talk about health alone. We talk about many, many aspects. Okay. Okay, the normal one is self-practice. This one is definitely regarding health, right? Meaning self-healing. Okay, and the other one is external Qi therapy. This is something that's getting more and more popular. Why? Like Renee said just now, 8 hours a day can get very, very boring. You know? And he is exceptional. Some people, 8 minutes a day is too much. Right? So they come to you and they say, I just want to get well. You do whatever you want. Don't ask me to lift my finger. Okay. See? So that is external Qi therapy. The other one is external Qi treatment. Right? We will talk about what do you mean by external Qi treatment? Self-practice. You do all these exercises. Huh? What is self-practice? We put it very simple. We call it dao cultivation, right? There are so many what we call definition of what is dao, what is the. To us, we put it very simple. Dao is the substance. De is the function. So it is a realignment of form and function. Let's say, for instance, this pen, if accidentally I drop it, I broke it, I can't use it anymore, I say the form is not right anymore, right? So the Tao is not good anymore, right? And the function is the De. Why not? I can't write it anymore. The tip is gone, let's say. So the function is not good anymore. When the form is not right, the function is not right. There is no independent Tao, or there's no independent De. In the human body, what is that? In a human, we are talking about your body and your mind. They are not independent. Yes, the mind is commander, but they are not independent. See, you can't stay very calm until and unless you reach very high level. You can't stay calm when I poke a knife. All right, just a needle poking onto your thighs. You think you can stay very calm? No. See, form and function. What do you mean by realignment of the form and function? Bad posture? Okay, you get the posture right. Right? So what is the function for a human? What is the function? Our function is what? Human comes from society. Without society, you are not here. The relationship between you and the person next to you is society, right? If you were not raised in a human society, you will not be here today, right? You heard of a feral child, you know, wolf boys, right? They were raised by wolves. I think one was found a few years ago in Soviet Union. Resembles the characteristic, the features of a human being. The boy, they think the boy is somewhere around 11, but he could not walk upright. He could not do the things a normal person can do. He can't communicate with you. Resemble the features of a human, but not exactly a human. The consciousness is not the same, right? So the function is not right. It's not right. So in Qigong practice, we always say that there are open eyes practice and closed eyes practice, right? Closed eyes practice, because why we say that? Because most of the time you practice with your eyes closed, so that you would not be distracted so much by the beautiful outside world, right? So we call it closed eye practice. And then open eye practice is how do you maintain harmony with the society, right? So that one you have to learn how to control, how to maintain a good emotion, how to stay healthy mind, how to have a blissful life and all that. Now, in terms of self-practice, does it work? Rainier is one proof. She worked 6-7 hours a day, right? Whatever you say, there are more than 2,000 papers that you can find on PubMed, right? This database on clinical papers. So there's no point for us to dwell further. What is external Qi healing? External Qi healing is very widely practiced throughout the world. But it is something, shall I say, nobody knows how to look at it, right? Because it's not invasive, it's very safe. So, well, even in China or in anywhere in the world, nobody knows how to look at this. Why we say so? Later on, we'll look at it. Now, to prepare for this talk, we searched PubMed from January 2000 to July 2012. We found 18 papers on external Qi healing, meaning you don't practice, I fa Qi, I send Qi, you get well. Okay? Including in vitro and in vivo external Qi treatment on cancer cells. They send Qi, right? Cancer cell, they send Qi, oh, cancer cell die. Or cancer cell in a normal, in a live person, send Qi there to kill the cancer cell. All right? And it gets very, very specific. Cancer cell die, but not the normal cell. This is external Qi. No explanation, nor any suggestion on how external Qi works. And this is the big, big issue. This is external Qi treatment. I think this is only done by Zhineng Qigong. I think, because I have searched the database and all that. No, I cannot find any other form of Qigong which is doing this, right? Like what we are doing back home, we are doing it on many things, right? Like the production of antibody. You have normal cells, and then you have cancer cells. You challenge the normal cells with cancer cells. If they don't die, they will produce antibody, right? But this is a very difficult process. We managed to send Qi, and oh, they don't die, and then they produce antibody. And this is another one, microalgae. This is a pilot study that we do with another university. Microalgae, this one, the one over there is control. This is treated, Qi treated. We send Qi 5 minutes twice a day to this beaker. This one, no Qi. So the difference is very, very clear after 21 days. Because the biggest problem with microalgae culture now is because the medium, the culture medium is very expensive. If you can speed up the growth, then this is something very, very promising. External Qi treatment, we do it onto anything else. This is a short experiment I did it to show to the ministry when we fight for the recognition of Qigong as a form of, as a therapeutic form with the health ministry. Skin onion, you know, onion, you take away the skin, they will never germinate, right? The control and Qi treated one. So after 11 days, the one that we sent Qi growing well, the other one, no changes. And then this is for fun. We have Frankenstein Cucumber, right? This is very easy. You cut them, and then you reconnect them in any way you want by sending the information, the intention, the thoughts that I want it to connect. I want them to come together. Very, very simple and full of fun. This was done in Austria. Last, huh? Okay, now, how do you do this Qigong experiment? This is simple. High-tech, but simple high-tech, right? You do an experiment on your own, right? Now, you have a crease line here, right? You put the two crease lines together, and then you close your hands. You see whether your hands are of the same size. The two hands, are they of the same size? Are they of the same size? Yes. Okay. You put your left hand on your thighs, and then you drop your right hand down. Okay. Then you close your eyes. Yeah, Qigong always you close your eyes. You close your eyes. And then you visualize, you send an information to your right hand that is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It is going down, touching the floor, going through the earth, reaching the other side of the earth. Where is that? New Zealand? Probably. Okay, going through New Zealand and then to the other side. The right hand is getting longer, longer, and longer. Reaching the sky of New Zealand now. And then, okay, you measure again. Measure again.
No, really.
So what did you do? You did an experiment. You're a scientist, right? You send an information for your hands to get longer, and then it gets longer. This is something very simple. And this is science. Now, we have been conducting research, trials, and all that on Qigong. And in the process to get Qigong as a recognized therapeutic forms of traditional and complementary therapeutic form, we have to discuss with the Ministry of Health. What are the major problems that we are facing right now? Sampling size of clinical trials. You know, in modern medicine, if you created something else, let's say I created a pill, you pop this pill, and then your tumor will disappear, right? So you need to go through trials. At the phase 3 trials, you require a minimally 300 patients, 300 subjects to take the medicine, and 300 as a control. So you require 600 patients. Take, for instance, there was a study on postmenopausal hormone therapy. How many patients were involved? 16,000. All right? Why 16,000? So easy. Because you just pop in a pill a day. And then, if you are talking about a clinical trial for Qigong, what do you need? You need 600 patients. And they have to come and practice 1 hour every day. And this is the problem. And 2 years ago when I talked to the university, okay, no problem, we'll try one. I gave a talk and then people signed up. And then we have to design the protocol, all these things. And everything done, that is a year later. You do not know where are the patients now. And then we try to get patients, and then now we tell them clearly, hey, you got to come here after work, you got to come here and practice 1 hour. You must be joking. 1 day, okay. They expect it to be very miraculous. 1 day cure, no problem, I'll turn up. 10 days, you must be joking. So we have to crack our head until the extent that we are applying to the department to release them during office hour. They come in, they practice 1 hour, they go home, okay? And then no penalty. So sampling size is a problem. Why? Even then, I'm working with the universities, there are 600 staff there. And we can only get 92 asthmatics. Out of the 92, we hope to get 60, right? We hope the department will release 60 people to join the trial. So what happens after that? After that, your report, whatever the report that we are going to come up with, whatever paper that we're going to present, will end up as one of those 2,000 something that you can find on PubMed. The common conclusion is that this study shows that blah, 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 Qigong might be effective to control blah, blah, blah illness, but the sampling size is too small. Further studies needed. You read 2,000 reports, you get the same conclusion saying this thing. So the first thing is that we got to look for a new design. This is a big, big problem. See? Yeah, sampling size is a big problem because you want them to come into practice. All the reports that we see, you can find on PubMed, they are called pilot studies because you can't meet the 600 patients. But they don't look at the fact that in Qigong trials, it is very safe. We don't touch you. We don't give you medicine. We don't give you injection. But if you're talking about a pill, you're popping in a pill. It is something invasive. So we say that we play basketball. Modern medicine, they are playing football. But they are applying the football rules onto basketball. How are you going to win the game? So this is one big problem. The second one is even bigger. It is the mechanism of action, how Qi works. How Qi works. Let's say you have an infection, right? You pop an antibiotic inside. How this works? What we call the modern pharmacology will be able to explain to you. This medicine will go inside and stop the bacteria from producing sucrose, glucose. So the bacterial lack of glucose, they die. Or they go in and then they disrupt the cell wall of the bacteria. So the bacteria die. That is the mechanism of action. Now, you fa qi, the patient get well. Hey, how it works? You fa qi, cancer cell die. How it works? Can you explain, please? This is required in modern science. Mechanism of action. Up until very recently, still no answer. All right? So this is the second frustration. The third one is repeatability of the trials. Let's say we talk about external qi, particularly external qi therapy and external qi treatment. Human is a very, very, very complex substance. And in Qigong, we say you must have your form and function at the peak so that your performance will be good. It's just like we say a good player, the temperament is always good, right? He will, let's say, what do you call, bowling or whatever, you hit 300 all the time. That's not easy, isn't it? Likewise in Qigong, right? So there were many experiments that, okay, they sent Qi. Oh, this one very good. Come again tomorrow. Then this guy went home, got a quarrel with the wife because he was late, right? He went to the lab for too long to do research and forgot to buy something for the wife or whatever. The next day he came, not happy, all right? And then sent Qi again. Now you must have cheated yesterday, huh? So this is the problem. Repeatability. The performance stability of practitioners. This is not so big a problem. Why? We can train more people to be able to come up. So you have a pool of people, things will change. The last one is funding, right? I created this pill. I will sell this pill. I have the patent right. You can't copy whatever I'm doing, right? I can make money on it, so I can afford to run a trial with 16,000 people. What about Qigong? How are you going to patent it? You can't, right? So this is another problem. How Qi works. Now, the prelude to 3 levels theory of matter. Actually, this theory was first raised by Dr. Pang, the founder of Zhineng Qigong, in the year of 1992. And he put it down in his book, published in the year of 1994, under the chapter Hun Yuan Theory. He says, among physical mass, energy, and information, information is the root of everything. It decides the transformation process of everything in the universe. Information is divided into simple, pure, very, very pure information, or in another language, very, very simple, the simplest form of Qi, and complex form. Anything that is more complex than the simplest one is called complex Qi, or complex information. Okay, this is one way to categorize it. The other way to categorize it is the natural information. The natural, it is like from Big Bang to now. The first some say it's about 16 billion years. So let's say human, what do you call human history? How long? Few thousand years. So prior to this few thousand years, everything happened in a natural manner, right? Driven by natural information. And then came human being. You have consciousness information. This was said in 1994 in his book. And he added that consciousness information of human mental activity can transform into energy and mass. Right? Now, we will take a look at how accurate is this statement or this hypothesis. 3 levels theory of matter. Now, after he mentioned that in 1992, when Dr. Pang mentioned this, he started to put in a lot of effort into research of external qi, right? Like we fa qi to plants, we fa qi to this and that. There were many thousands of experiments done and recorded, and he even published 5 books on it. A sad thing is that in those days, they were not sure of, they did not foresee that one day there will be so much restriction on the development of Qigong. So all the papers were published in China and working together with some of the universities in China only, nothing published outside. And in 1998, after thousands of papers had been collected, Dr. Pang mentioned something else. In the new phase in Zhineng Qigong scientific research, in this symposium, right, in 1998, he named this theory 3 levels theory of matter, in which he said, what are the 3 levels of theory of matter? Number 1 is the physical matter. This is the physical matter. You know, I know, right? Number 2, field matter. Electromagnetic wave is 1, right? And number 3, this is something very new. Information matter, or qi matter. No shape, no form, right? Qi form. And in terms of qi, he categorized them. He put them into 3 groups. One is primeval qi, the most fundamental matter of the universe, right? So it is also what we call the purest form of information, simple information. And then the second one is qi of all the substances in the universe, right? Everything in the universe has its own form of holistic qi or holistic information in existence, right? And the third one, the second one is also what we call complex information. The third one is the qi of the central nervous system of human. Now, this is the consciousness information. In comparison to the 2 other levels of qi, this one, it has its initiative and selectivity, right? Initiative, what I want it to do, what I want to achieve. Selectivity, also, I only want the cancer cell to die, not other cells, only cancer cell. What are the recent discoveries? Okay, this is a very exciting report. Conversion of information into energy. In the year of 2010, a group of Japanese did a very good experiment. They want to prove that information can be converted into pure energy, okay? So they built a spiral staircase, right? By using electric field. So let's say, and then they put a molecule into this spiral staircase. They use a high-speed camera to track the movement of the molecule. Now, a molecule is just like the dirt. Let's say you are sweeping at home, right? So the dirt will be floating in the air. But eventually they will settle down, isn't it? They float randomly. They move randomly. We call it the Brownian movement. So they use a high-speed camera to track the movement of the molecule. The moment the molecule is about to go downward, they shoot an electric field there. It's just like telling him, hey, no, you don't come this way. You cannot go this way. All right? So the molecule can't go down, and molecule went up. Now, gravitational force is down there, number 1. Number 2, the electric field at a higher step is of higher potential, right? So by doing this, by shooting this, whenever the molecule is going to come down, stop it. It's about to come down, stop it. So they managed to push the molecule up, and they measure the energy required for this molecule to move up. They calculate everything, and then they publish this paper. Nature is one of the most authoritative scientific magazine in the world, right? Nature and Science, right? Their impact score is the highest. See? So this is a very, very exciting paper. Conversion is a confirmation that information can be converted into pure energy. They even calculated how much energy was produced. And then this is a study by Immortal and Din. I think you all heard about this, right? Yeah. Huh? The water message or something else. There were two very good experiments done in 2006 was done in Tokyo, around 2,000 people. Okay, you can find this on PubMed also. This paper was published. So 2,000 people, think of a barrel of water kept in California, right? And then you send good information, good intention to that, what you call barrel of water, right? And next to that barrel of water is another barrel for control, while they are freezing the water into ice. And then after that, they take photograph of the water, the ice, the crystal, right? Ice crystal, they take photograph with it. And then the pictures and all that, they send it to people to evaluate. What is the score, aesthetic score, right? Send it to people like perhaps Rainier, right? And then, okay, this is good, this is good, this is bad, this is ugly. You know, after that, they concluded that distant intention, right, can control or make changes to the water crystal formation. 2008, there was another one done. This time was in Austria and Germany, right? People from Austria. Any of you attended this one? Huh? 900 people involved. The result is the same. See? So the conclusion was the intention can make changes to the physical world. And effect of human thoughts on physical reality. This is another experiment done by, this is it's not published. Why did I put it up? I'll tell you later on. Okay, cook rice, you separate them into two bottles. Okay, one label there, you fool. The other one is, thank you. Right? Put it on the corridor of a school. So when the student passed by, he asked them, whenever you pass by, you stop and read out the words. You watch out for the exclamation mark at the back, right? So they go by, you fool, and then the other one, thank you, something like that, right? Definitely not, you fool. That day it doesn't work, I think. All right? After 1 month, see the difference? See? And I liked what they say on the net, and this was done in 2006, I think. They put on, you don't believe it? They said, do it on your own. And in 2006, 2007, many people did it, and all of them, they were shocked. I think you can still find many, many pictures and films on, regarding this on YouTube. Another evidence that the information, human thoughts is a form of human, what I call information, can make changes to physical reality. I'll then come to this one, International Consciousness Research Lab. Formerly, this group of people in ICRL, they were formerly from Princeton Engineering Anomalies Research Lab, right, in Princeton University, USA. So ICRL, what do? Recently, they are working with what they call random event generator. You can buy this online. You just Google for ICRL, then you can get this, take a look at this thing. Now, what is this random event generator? let's say if you were to flip a coin, you flip it 10 times. You might get 6 heads, 4 tails, or 7 heads, 4 tails. Well, nothing special. This because statistically this number doesn't stand. You know what I mean? Only 10 times. But if you were to flip it 10 million times, you get 6 million head, 4 million tails. Something is affecting it. Right now, you know what I mean? Now, essentially, this is what this REG, random event generator, is doing. It is flipping a coin 200,000 times per second. All right? And then this is connected to a computer. An operator, the operator can be anybody else in the street. You're asked to sit down, look at it. You want the graph to go down, 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 down. Down means, okay, let's say, down means I want more head. All right? So they checked the outcome, and they found that you can make changes to it. And further to the what you call the REG, they invented this so-called mind lamp. They can change color, right? From white to any color, rainbow color. How they change it? You get inside, you focus onto the lamp. Okay, I like purple today. Get me purple. You change purple. Yeah. You just focus on to the desired result. Now, there's one very interesting part here. They did it initially, and then they get the operators. They found that some operators, they're very technical. What is this? Oh, it's an electronic device, huh? Quantum electronics. Oh, I know quantum electronics very well. So the system will go this way, this way, this way. So, well, I get a little bit tacky, all right? I sit down there, I think, okay, when I give the thought, it will affect, the system will go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, pop. Okay, get blue, I want blue, And then they found that this is not really that effective, all right? It is just that I send the information, blue, that will do. This is very similar to Qigong practice that we say at a high level, you just say, get well, right? You just think of getting well. Because the word, the idea of get well, everything is there. Getting well means, you get well means you don't have tumors. You get well means you are fit, you are healthy. See, instead of getting well means, okay, the tumor will die, will never grow again, and then it will disappear, it will dry up, it will disappear, just get well. Because the information of get well is complete. This is very interesting. My lamp, you can buy it also. It's on ICRL's website. Now, another very interesting part is that when will an operator bring the best results? They found that some operators, they are very good. They sit down, they focus, phew, the graph will shoot down. Some, the difference is very, very little. And sometimes, the results is very good, but sometimes not so good. And then they started to investigate a little bit. Then the operators reported that when they get good results, they found that they are something like resonating with the machine or the subject. You see? They are at one or in a holistic connection with the machine. And this is what we call Qigong state. They call it resonant stage. Right? We call it Qigong state. When in Qigong, what happens? You get into a holistic state. The second thing is that this Qigong state is not something that is so difficult to define, and it can be detected very, very easily, all right, by checking the what we call alpha and theta waves of your brain. Now, The study done by this Lagos in Sydney University is already shown that abundance and location of slow to fast electrical brain wave, delta, theta, alpha, beta, provide a good indication of brain activity, right? Whether it's in Qigong state, or it's alert, or it's sleeping and all that. They can study all this. And then come this guy. You don't believe Qigong doesn't matter. I don't care, because I have my business to do. The person who invented this, he was a teacher, all right? So what he did, he found that some of the students are not attentive in class. Is there a way I can tell better that you are listening to my lecture now instead of daydreaming or texting on your phone? See? So he invented something else, something like an iPod. You strap onto your arms, and then this will send waves to a computer monitoring you. Monitoring what? Monitoring your encephalo picture, a brain waves. And from there, he can tell whether you are focused or not. What is the main thing in Qigong? Is staying mindful and focused. Whether you are talking about relaxation or you're talking about conduction, right? Conduction of qi, meaning say you move or you whatever that you do. The main thing is mindfulness and focused. So are you well focused? They can tell now. What are they doing? You know, that's the Ontario power generation in Canada. This one is the nuclear plant. So in an emergency, what do? You cannot get panicky. The managers, they are not supposed to get panicky. And then, during an emergency, they don't only rely on the computers. They rely on the human to control all those things. Because otherwise, anybody else can go in and hack the computer or whatever, then you can have a control of the nuclear plant. So they train them by using this machine. See? And then NASA, you know, the one that send everything up to the moon and all that. NASA is employing them, their services, using this thing. And an interesting one, a NASCAR team in USA is also employing this. You want a job here? Can you remove the nuts of a car 5 bolts in 1 second? Are you sure? Okay. We don't have to put you down to the field. They just strap you onto this and check how well you can stay focused. See, this is very interesting. What is an indication here? The indication is that whether a person is in Qigong state or not, it's not difficult to tell. See? You can check it out on, you can Google for body wave. The company is called Freer, F-R-E-E-R. Now, ICRL did another, in addition to, let's say, getting an operator to sit down and getting this graph to go up and down, they also do things like they call field REG experiment. Okay? What they do is that they bring this REG into places of interest, right? And this is what they call field. They call it consciousness field. In Qigong or in Zhineng Qigong, we call it Qi field. Okay? Now, from there, you can tell. They found that when they put this REG onto, let's say, a party, they're having activities there, and then it doesn't stay in neutral anymore. It go one way, and then you take it to places of worship, it's again different. Take it to pyramid, again different. All right? So in our language, it is the Qi field is different. Right? Many who are practicing Qigong or not practicing Qigong who are sensitive, ever wonder why that you don't feel good when you're at a mortuary? You don't even have to know that it is a mortuary. You don't feel good. All right? And then you feel good when you're in a place of worship. like let's say in a church. Why? Because at a mortuary, it is filled with information that is about anger, frustration, sadness. Because mortuary is all about sudden death. See? And you don't go to the places of worship, you don't go to the what they call a church and say, God help me, I'm going to kill this guy tomorrow, he cheated me and all this. No, you say good thing. Why not? Okay. Now, what are the findings of modern science? Relationship between physical matter and energy. You know this E equal to mc squared, right? Energy, mass multiply the speed of light to the power of 2. And then the science of fission and fusion. This is about conversion between energy and solid matter. And then relationship between energy and information. The Japanese just did that, right? Information can be converted into energy. It's reported by this Nature magazine. Now, what do we get from the 3 levels theory of matter? We put it this way. Physical matter can be converted into energy, and energy, physical energy can be converted into information, and vice versa. In fact, in the traditional Qigong practice, there's already this saying, accumulation of Qi form shapes, right? Accumulation of Qi form shapes. And this integration of shapes means physical mass, physical body, forms Qi again. See? Now, and Dr. Pang put it in another way. He says, accumulation of information forms energy, and accumulation of energy forms physical matter. How Qi works? From the perspective of 3 levels theory of matter. If you combine the confirmation that information can be converted into energy and the 3 levels theory of matter, we can provide a plausible answers to many Qigong effects. Right? Information can be converted into energy, and the human consciousness, that means our intention, is a form of information. Plausible explanation to many phenomena, how cells treated with external Qi will grow faster, right? Microalgae, Yufa Qi, they grow very, very fast. Even normal cells, you send Qi to it, grow very, very fast. And how distant healing. I see patients on Skype. I'm in Malaysia, it can be in America, it can be in Australia, whatever. I see them on Skype. And we even run courses on Skype, Qigong classes, all right? And then you can understand miracle healing, all right? Prayer healing, why it works, all right? And even prenatal education next to that. Now, there are many more. There's one very interesting research back in 1980s. I did not put it up because I think it's a little bit long. And it was done in China. You know, this isotope americium-241, the half-life of a radioactive substance, you can't control it, right? And then this Qigong Shi was in Guangzhou. This lab was in Shanghai, right? A few thousand kilometers away, not so far. So he sent Qi there, or he sent information there, all right, for it to slow down. The reduction of a radiation half-life of isotope americium-241. This one was reported in a science journal in Germany. I can't remember the name of the journal, right? And if you look at the 3 levels, theory of matter, you can understand why the field of ceremonious place or activity can affect random event generator. How the intention can affect the growth of E. coli. Right? This was done by Kevin Chin. What did he do? It's very simple. E. coli cultured. This is random control trial. You know, E. coli is a form of bacteria, right? So cultured, okay, 3. This one is control. This one is Fa Qi with the intention of grow faster. This one, Fa Qi with the intention of die, go to hell, you die. All right? And then, after the experiment, they count the E. coli. Okay. And then this one, Fa Qi, for it to grow, they grow much faster. Significantly faster than the control. This one, you want it to die, they actually die. And then the numbers, the multiplication is much slower than the control. But they have no answer. Why this is happening? See? But if you apply the theory as proposed by Dr. Pang, then you will understand. And you can understand why microalgae treated with external qi can grow faster. Why you can get Frankenstein cucumber? Because your information is converted into energy to achieve the desired outcome. So what do we do next? Validating 3 levels theory of matter. How do we validate it? There were so many experiments done. See, how? This is something that we have to, people who are interested in Qigong has been thinking. Or has it been already validated? See, this is very, very difficult. Why? Because the Western science has the rules. See, this is one thing that we hope that Qigong researchers throughout the world will look at this one. You have to validate this theory so that information, Qi is an information. You got to put this forward so that you can go one step forward. Hypothesis, all right, plausible hypothesis, normally takes many, many years to be accepted, right? Even when you talk about the law of relativity, how many years? It took many, many years, see? So we just have to keep trying. And meanwhile, what we do is that we work on things like things that has a commercial value to attract the attention of the people, the general public. See? Okay? Now, before we end, what is external qi healing? We do something very simple here. All right? Now, we do a short external qi healing, just for you to make sure that you feel good. You've been sitting from 9 a.m. until now, I think. Okay? You just follow what I ask you to do. It's very, very simple. When I say you turn your hand, you glide your hand as if your hand is gliding on the surface of water. That will do. Right? Okay? Sit upright, relaxingly. And close your eyes gently. Relax. Relax and think of the outer space. Let your mind go through the roof, into the sky, all the way up. Let your mind go through the floor, all the way down to the other side of the universe. Think of the surrounding space, the endless space. Think of the universe, think of the galaxy. The galaxy is inside you now. Turn your hand. As you turn your hand, you are moving all the qi of the universe into the hall and into your body. Qi is going through your crown, into your head, turning and swirling, going down to your neck, to your thorax, abdomen, your thighs, your knees, your legs and feet. Qi is turning and swirling. The body is getting easier and easier inside. Put on a hearty smile. Send a smile to all the cells of the body. All the cells are smiling now. Send a smile to all your friends, all the people surrounding you. They are smiling back. And the body gets brighter and easier. Take a deep breath. And breathe out. Put your hands down on your thighs. Relax. Another deep breath. Relax. Okay, open your eyes slowly. You can ask questions now.